I really just showed up with an open heart, and I really believe in love, and I believe that this, especially a show like this that highlights and really celebrates queer love, is important right now.
It's great. The show is super intense, obviously. You leave, engaged or single or married. What made these people want to go through this experience?
I think really what I felt, and I felt like everyone genuinely showed up. I don't think anybody was there for their ticket to stardom. I think that people really were in a vulnerable place in their relationships and doing whatever they needed to do to shake it up to get to that next level. The people that they received the ultimatum, I think they were probably in a different moment. But what I really found super interesting, and I don't know if you feel the same way, is that they all kind of had a hunch. And in some way, shape, or form, it played out. So for the people that were giving the ultimatum, they were like, if they thought that they really had a shot, they were like, this is gonna be the kick in the butt that they need. Or, I'm really worried about this because this person is this way. Or for the people that were receiving the ultimatum, some of them, I know Mal in particular, was like, Yoly falls in love really easily. What makes me so special? Well, I don't know if we can spoil things, but
sure.
It kind of played out that way. So their intuition and their instincts were all pretty spot on. And so for me, as like the mother hen that was outside looking in, I was like, hey, pay attention to that.
I'm all about transparency always, so I thought, why not be part of this experience where if I'm going to go through this with my partner anyway, which we were at an impasse. It was like, she always wanted to get married, I didn't. My thought, I've never really wanted to get married. I've always thought, I could have a life partner maybe, but this whole idea of like marriage being a goal was never something for me. So being with someone who is so focused on I want to be married, a big fear of mine was that Xander wanted to be married, yes, but was it because I was this special person and she was like, you're my forever person, I want forever with you? Or was it just, you're my partner and I want to get married, so we should get married? And that's really what I wanted to get down to, and I did.
Honestly, just being in a relationship where we needed answers, and I wanted to know if we were willing to commit, and this was the perfect outlet to experience that and to do something totally outside of my comfort zone. So I can't speak for you. I
don't know. Want is a interesting choice. I don't know if I wanted to do it, but I was supportive. And I think there was obviously curiosity, right? So I don't want to just put it all on Yoly. There was curiosity on my end as well. But I'm the one who received the ultimatum. I wasn't the giver. So I think it was more for me okay, if I'm going to commit to this thing, we're going to do it. We're going to kill it. We're going to do a great job. We're going to do this thing.
Literally, I feel like I was learning at the same time. I feel like that's the great thing though, is you go on a show and you're experiencing people who just have very different roles in their relationships and their femininity, their masculinity, whatever that looks like. So it's a learning curve for everybody. This was maybe the first time I'd encountered somebody that was figuring out their gender role if they wanted to be non-binary. I hadn't experienced somebody that was in the process of figuring that out before. So it's just curiosity and learning across the board, and also being what do I want from somebody as a sexual partner, as a life partner? Do I want somebody who's a pillow princess? Are you a pillow princess? Your acrylics look like you might be a pillow princess. What's going on here?
Yeah. I really just showed up with an open heart, and I really believe in love, and I believe that this, especially a show like this that highlights and really celebrates queer love, is important right now. And I was so excited to see all of the complexities and all of the nuances of what a queer relationship was play out, but also an opportunity for people to see that love is love. We're all in it. Our hearts are on the line. We all have this vision of the future, of what we want, our happy ending, whatever that looks like.
Speaking of getting answers, did you find the answers you were looking for?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wholeheartedly. I feel like every answer I didn't even know if I was ready to get, I got, and in a really condensed period of time, which I think is more than a lot of people can ask for when they look back on relationships that might have lasted longer or not long enough because they either gave up on something too quickly or they waited too long thinking something was going to change.
I feel like there was some name calling, and was that hard to watch back or sort of, see yourself through someone else's eyes?
Yes, I would say, like, I'm a very bold personality, and from day one, I like to just be my full self around people. And I found, especially on the show, the people that were in the cast didn't like that. They didn't like this full personality right away. And I'm super happy all the time and bubbly, and I think they took me as fake. But it really is who I am. So it was a hard thing to balance of, like, being my full true self, knowing that was authentically me, but being perceived as fake. But how do you defend yourself in that situation? So it was a struggle.
Like the video? Then hit the button, or better yet, drop us a comment. Then check out our latest videos here. And don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button here for more celebrity interviews and entertainment news.